Tonight, a White House official says the vice president, out of caution, is laying low this weekend, but has no restrictions on his schedule for the coming week. He is following the guidance of the White House medical unit after his press secretary tested positive for the virus. As an example, the vice president was cleared to attend a Saturday night national security meeting here at the White House, but did not participate. I'm told Mr. Pence continues to test negative himself. Other officials on the coronavirus task force are taking more aggressive steps by choosing quarantine.
Coronavirus inside the White House. 2 positive cases among the staff, and tonight a new effort to stop more infection. 3 medical leaders behind the federal response following the science into quarantine.
The idea about self-isolating for 2 weeks will be very important.
Today, Dr. Anthony Fauci in modified quarantine, limiting contact. CDC Director Robert Redfield and FDA Director Stephen Hahn going further, isolating at home for 2 full weeks. Exposed to coronavirus inside the White House when aide to the vice president, Katie Miller, tested positive. New this weekend, mask wearing among Secret Service agents and some White House employees. Officials acknowledge the risks.
I think that I'd be a lot safer if I was sitting at home than I would be going to the West Wing. But, you know, it's a time when people have to step up and serve their country.
Today, Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin said self-quarantine is the policy.
When people do get exposed to the virus, if they know it, they should self-quarantine to protect others from getting it.
The president and vice president who promoted guidelines.
Teleworking when possible, staying at home if you feel sick, maintaining social distance.
Are not self-isolating, despite their own exposure. Both are tested daily. In a sign of the times, the quarantine doctors will tap into the pandemic's Zoom meeting culture. The medical officials and Trump testing chief, Admiral Brett Giroir, are due on Capitol Hill Tuesday for a Senate hearing on getting the country back to work. But ironically, the committee announced today, in abundance of caution, the witnesses will testify by video conference due to these unusual circumstances.
And some other prominent members of the coronavirus task force are not self-isolating either. Think of the Surgeon General. That's based on each individual's perceived level of exposure to the infected staffer and the advice of the White House medical unit.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.